What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? It is Friday, July 12th, 2019, roughly 6:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my name is Tom Beal. And as you just saw on the words that led you here, it said screw goals. Now, what the heck does that mean, and who the heck is Tom? Well, I'm going to give you a brief story that starts with me being in the United States Marine Corps boot camp in January of 1993. And here goes this story. So, as you can read there, I went in January of 1993. April 2nd of 1993 is when graduation occurred. My grandparents were the only ones that made it to graduation. My grandparents, my dad's parents, so Ed and Virginia Beal, made it to my graduation at Parris Island Boot Camp, and I didn't even know they were going to be there. I wasn't sure who was going to be there, if anyone. The story goes, when they went to boot camp, they got to get there a little bit early. They had a motorhome there, and they got talking with other parents, and other parents were bragging about how awesome their son had done and this and that. They're like, yeah, I think our grandson did okay. And while they were there hearing how amazing everyone else's son did in boot camp, someone from Parris Island was looking for my grandparents and asking, "Are you Mr. and Mrs. Beal?" They said, "Yes, we have something for you. Your grandson has been chosen as the honor man for his platoon." And and here's what it says. So we have this for you. So it says, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Beal, congratulations. Your grandson has been selected as the honor man of his platoon. He's demonstrated the attributes of a Marine to a degree not displayed by any other member of his platoon. Please be my guest at the graduation ceremony. I've reserved seats for you in the covered reviewing stand at the parade field. If you will present this card to an usher at the reviewing stand, he will escort you to your seat. Upon arrival of the commanding general, he will meet and talk with you. Again, my heartiest congratulations. Respectfully, the battalion sergeant major." So they were given this, and they didn't know, and I didn't know until the day prior that I had been chosen as the honor man. And the real truth behind it is, I had no idea there was even such a thing as the honor man. And that's why I had the topic of screw goals. I didn't have a goal to do what I did because I wanted to go for the honor man. Call it valedictorian or whatever. I didn't say, "Ooh, that's my goal. I'm going to go for that." What I did say is this: I'm going to give my all to this. I'm here. There's no way I'm getting out of this. So I'm here. It's what many would call a living hell. And many people try to get out, and I contemplated it for a while. In the beginning, you don't know what's happening. It's quite an excruciating experience, to say the least. But I finally said, "Look, I'm here, and no matter what I do, I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to get called a piece of crap. I'm going to get called a loser. But my goal is to get yelled at as little as possible, and I'm going to make a goal of my own and set the intention not to be honor man. My intention for each day was to do everything at the best that I was capable of doing it." Ding, ding, ding. Little hint. That's the secret to success. Setting goals, all this other stuff, sure, is distraction, is a whole bunch of programs and a whole bunch of stuff around how that can, you set these goals and plan this thing out. But here's the breakthrough. Just like I was told when I was young, and just like I made the commitment and intention to myself, I'm going to do what's mine to do at the absolute best of my capability. Meaning, I'm going to give it all that I've got. And when I give it all that I've got, I realize this: I'm still going to get yelled at. I'm still going to get called a piece of crap. Yet I knew, looking in my mirror, looking at myself in the mirror, I've given all I can give. There's a term for that in sports: leave it all on the field. If you go out and you're in a sports situation and you give it your all and you leave it all on the field, many times you'll be the victor. But sometimes you'll give it your all and you'll have nothing left in you, and you lost. What the heck just happened here? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Interesting. Okay, so that was interesting. We have all sorts of fun technical stuff, right? Let me click here to see what's going on. Nope, that's not it. Okay. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? It is
I don't know what is
Friday,
going on.
July 12th, 2000. Okay, this is confusing me. So, my screen switched somehow, some way. I might have touched something, but what is going on? No, that's not what I'm looking to do. Okay, so what is happening here? So I am in Ecamm, and I can't see. Okay, so basically, when you give it your all and you leave it all on the field, you win or lose, you've given your all. And that's my commitment that I made to myself in the Marine Corps. And my secret for you today is scratch goals. Get clear on what your intention is. Say, hey, I'm here. I'm desiring to get here. What's mine to do? And when you're clear on what's yours to do it with all that you've got. Another analogy is almost like a farmer who has a piece of property, a field per se. And the field right now has all sorts of craziness growing in it. There's all sorts of not what you want to grow. Let's just say corn is what you want there, but there's all sorts of weeds. There's all sorts of crazy things growing in there. What you have to do is till that field. You have to get rid of all that stuff. Just scrape it all away, till it. Uh, you know, get the soil ready to plant the seeds. Plant the seeds, cover it up, water it, fertilize it, keep the weeds out, keep the bugs away, and care for it, and it will produce the right rewards. So similarly, back to that Marine Corps experience, it was crazy. No other way to put it. But I made the commitment that I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to do the absolute best in each and every moment that I'm capable of doing. I'm going to give it my all when we're running, when we're marching, when we're doing whatever it is that we're doing. I'm going to be giving my all with 100% focus, doing it as fast as I can, as best as I can. And the result was becoming the honor man. Now, I've done that elsewhere. So let's say here. So the other thing, back here, prior to the Marine Corps, I also was a bicycle freestyle rider. And I went from seeing tricks on the movie Rad years and years ago to saying, man, I'd like to do that. And somehow, some way, getting a bike. This was one of my, not my first. I had a Redline first, but then this was a Hutch Trickstar. And practicing and practicing and practicing. And similarly to the Marine Corps analogy of giving it my all, I just, when I was practicing, gave it my all and did the absolute best that I could each and every day. And lo and behold, went from being someone who just had, the desire and the commitment to give it my all each and every day to becoming someone who entered competitions and won a national championship in 1989. Without a goal, I didn't do all this to say one day I'm going to be a national champion. I didn't do all that I did in the Marine Corps to say I want to be the honor man. But by giving it my all, I was able to earn that award and earn the national championship. And similarly in wrestling, I became a kick butt wrestler, and I won more than I lost, a lot more. And I didn't have the big goals in mind. I had the goal of giving my best in practice, giving my best in each wrestling match, in each wrestling tournament. And so if you want to take away one key lesson here is set the intention of here's where I am, here's where I want to go. I'm going to give it my all to get the absolute best that I have within me out and leave it all on the field for today. And when you do that day in and day out, you'll wake up one day and receive the accolades, receive the rewards that you may not have been striving for, but they came as a side benefit. There's a saying that says, as you sow, so shall you reap. When you sow the proper effort, you sow the proper thoughts, words, and actions, you'll reap the rewards. And nowadays, with everyone being so distracted and everyone being pulled in so many different directions, when you have that focus, when you have that determination, when you have that dedication, that commitment, that consistency, you'll wake up in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and be so far ahead of everybody else who didn't have the clarity, who didn't have the dedication and the commitment, and weren't leaving it all on the field. That's the essence here. So yes, when we go into battle of a sports endeavor. I was a wrestler. I stepped onto the mat with the intention to win. And that only occurred by me giving the best in every moment in the preparation, making sure that I was running, making sure I was hitting the gym, making sure I was doing the proper things in practice, wrestling the tougher kids in practice, honing my skills so that that preparation led to me being ready to turn that desired outcome of a win into a reality. And then my main focus stepping out there was just to be the absolute best that I was capable of being in that particular moment. And as far as a wrestling match is concerned, that's 6 minutes. In high school, it was 3 periods of 2 minutes each. Give my absolute best in that particular scenario at each and every moment. And then at the end, chances were good, because of that preparation, my arm was going to get raised as victory. So same thing in the Marine Corps. Leave it all on the field. Same thing in business, same thing in life. Get clear on what you want for your health. Get clear on what you want for your key relationships. Get clear on what you want for your financial situation, and chunk it down into time blocks each day and say, here's what's mine to do, and I'm going to give it my all during that particular period of time for that intention that I have. When you give it your all and you tend to that field, as you sow, so shall you reap. You will reap the benefits. So, long story short, intentions in my book, in my experience, trump goals. Everybody has goals. Not everybody is seriously committed to follow through with the actions necessary to fulfill their intention of leaving it all on the field, giving it their all for what they've determined is important to them. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that's some inspiration for you. It's some learning experiences for me with the technical difficulties. That's part of the fun parts of this technology, but that's just something that I thought was important for me to express, and hopefully you appreciated in receiving that particular lesson. All right, have an awesome day, awesome evening, awesome weekend. I will chat with you soon. Until next time, make today great.